Post-PhD imposter syndrome. Why it doesn't always end at graduation. You earned the doctorate, you completed the coursework, you survived the dissertation, you defended your research, and eventually people started calling you doctor. So why can you walk into a new job, faculty meeting, as well as a conference or a professional setting and suddenly wonder, do I actually belong here? That's something we don't talk about enough. We talk more extensively about imposter syndrome among doctoral students, but we rarely discuss what can happen after graduation. When the structure of the doctoral program disappears and you're expected to function as the expert, for some graduates, earning the PhD doesn't eliminate self-doubt. It simply gives that self-doubt a new environment. I'm Dr. Edwin Brown, founder of Quality Coach, and today I want to talk about something more PhD graduates need to hear. Post-PhD imposter syndrome. The PhD doesn't magically create confidence. There is an assumption that once you earn a doctorate, confidence automatically comes with it. But think about it. What actually happens for years? You're a student, someone evaluates your papers and someone approves your research, as well as someone reviewing your methodology. Someone also determines whether your dissertation meets the standard. Then you graduate. Suddenly, the external structure that helped you validate your progress is gone. So now you're sitting in a meeting and someone asks, "Doctor, what do you think?" And there may be a moment when you realize they're asking me. And that transaction can be psychologically challenging because your credential change faster than your professional identity. Your diploma may say PhD, but internally, you may still feel like a doctoral student who was constantly receiving feedback and wondering whether your work was good enough. Why the workplace can trigger it. The workplace can intensify this feeling. Think about it. Imagine entering academia as a new adjunct professor. You're surrounded by faculty members who have been teaching for 10, 15, or even 20 years. Or maybe you enter research. You're working alongside people with dozens of publications and major grants or extensive industry experience. You start comparing their chapter 20 to your chapter 1, and that's where the problem begins. You might think, I don't have enough publications, or I haven't taught enough courses. I don't know as much as everyone else, or maybe they hired me because I interviewed well. Well, eventually they're going to realize I don't know what I'm doing. But here's the important distinction. Being inexperienced in a new role is not the same as being unqualified for that role. Your doctorate demonstrated an advanced competence in a particular area. It does not mean you're supposed to know everything. A PhD makes you an expert, but not in everything. This is one of the biggest misconceptions surrounding doctoral education. People hear PhD and think expert. That's true, but it needs context. Your doctorate demonstrates that you have developed advanced expertise in a particular discipline and that you successfully completed original scholarly research. It does not make you an expert on every subject within your field, and it certainly doesn't mean you stop learning after graduation. In fact, one of the things doctoral education should teach you is how much there is to learn. That can create an interesting paradox. The more educated you become, the more aware you may become of the limits your own knowledge. That awareness can be intellectually healthy. The problem begins when humility turns into chronic self-doubt. There is a difference between saying, I don't know, but I know how to find out, and thinking I don't know, therefore I don't belong here. Those are completely different conclusions. The identity shift after graduation, there's another part to this that doesn't receive enough attention. Identity during your doctoral program, you have a clear identity because you're a doctoral student. You're working toward something. You have milestones, coursework proposal, IRB, data collection, as well as analysis and dissertation defense and graduation. Then suddenly you reach the goal. And the question becomes, now what? There's no next dissertation milestone. No chair telling you what needs revision, no graduation date you're working toward. you have to decide what the doctorate means in the next chapter of your life. Researcher, professor, or consultant, or entrepreneur, or even a practitioner or administrator. This is something completely different. That uncertainty can sometimes feel like inadequacy when it's actually transition. You're learning how to operate with a new professional identity, and identity development takes longer than receiving a diploma. What helped me reframe it was one thing I've learned is that earning a PhD didn't mean I had reached the end of my development. It gave me another set of tools. My doctorate strengthened how I approach research, evidence, and complex problems, and qualitative inquiry, but I still encounter situations where I'm learning something new. I'm still building professionally, and I'm still expanding into something different in different areas. And that's important because education shouldn't create the expectation that you will never be a beginner again. You can have a PhD and still be new to teaching. You can have a PhD and still be new to publishing. You can have a PhD and still be new to entrepreneurship. You can have a PhD and enter another professional discipline where you have more to learn. None of those things erase that you've already accomplished. Expertise is contextual, and you can simultaneously be highly knowledgeable in one area, beginner in another. And 5 ways PhD imposter syndrome feeling. So if you experiencing this after earning a doctorate, there are 5 things to consider. First, separate competence from confidence. You don't have to feel completely confident before you're competent. Confidence often develops after repeated experience. Second, stop comparing yourself to established professionals. If someone has been teaching for 15 years and you're teaching your first course, you're not supposed to have the same level of experience. Give yourself permission to develop. Third, keep evidence of your competence. Look at what you've accomplished already. You completed a doctoral coursework. You conducted original research. You defended your methodology and conclusions. You finished something most people would never even attempt. Those are facts, not feelings. Fourth, build community after graduation. One thing doctoral programs provide is access to other people going through similar experiences after graduation. That community can disappear. So stay connected with researchers, faculty members, mentors, as well as professional organizations and other doctoral graduates. Professional confidence develops partially through belonging. Fifth, become comfortable saying, I don't know. You don't lose credibility by admitting that you don't know something. Strong professionals know the boundaries of their competence. Instead of pretending, say, that's outside of my immediate area, but I can look into it. That's not imposter syndrome. That's professional maturity. Here's what I want new PhD graduates to understand. Graduation proves that you completed the doctorate. It doesn't mean your professional identity finishes developing the day. There may be moments when you walk into a room and question whether you belong there. There may be moments when someone calls you doctor and it still feels strange. There may be moments when you're surrounded by accomplished people and feel like you're behind. But don't confuse being new with being incapable. You earned that credential. Now comes the next stage, learning how to use it. And maybe that's the part of the PhD journey we need to talk about more. The transition from earning the doctorate to becoming comfortable with the person and professional you're becoming after it. If you earned your doctorate, I'd like to hear from you. Did imposter feelings disappear after graduation, or did they follow you into the next stage of your career? Leave your experience in the comments and subscribe to Quality Coach, because we're expanding the conversation beyond the dissertation to talk about the PhD journey and the doctoral, as well as the careers and research and what actually happens after graduation.